Make sure I get this camera angled exactly how I want it to be. All right. Just like most of my live workouts, this one is not a follow-along workout. So if you feel like working out with me, go ahead and grab your gloves or go barefisted if you want. You don't necessarily need a glove on Wave Master. Oh, let me ditch my watch. I forget about that sometimes. There we go. So normally on my live workouts, and this will be no different, I just go and hit the bag and do whatever comes to me, whatever I feel like doing. That's what I'm going to do. Of course, I got to get warmed up first. I got the camera angle where you can kind of see me at the pull-up bar, can't you? Something I like to do sometimes, I'll start with a dead hang on the pull-up bar. It stretches out your back and your shoulders. If you've been watching me enough, you know I've been having an issue with this shoulder I've been trying to fix. So I've been trying to do dead hangs and stuff like that to try to help. I got my microphone set up, turned on, so hopefully the sound is good. And we're going to get into it once I get good and warmed up. All right, folks. Gonna punch and kick the bag today. I plan on coming back, I might do one tomorrow morning, but I plan on coming back Friday morning to do 1,000 kicks on the bag. I want to try to get myself to start doing 1,000 kicks every Friday. I have a follow-along workout video where you do 1,000 kicks. It's about an hour-long video. And after doing that, I was sore for 2 days in both my legs and in my core, just from doing kicks, from doing 1,000 kicks. So you know what? I think I would benefit from doing this every week. And so I think I'm going to try to start doing that, starting this Friday, every week, coming in here and throwing 1,000 kicks every Friday. I choose Friday because it's right before my rest days. So all right, I'm going to do warming up by throwing ones and twos in the bag. This is, to me, one of the fastest ways to warm up because you're just launching them out quickly and you're rotating your body. You're not arm punching, you're rotating your body. So to me, it's a really fast warm up. So you just let it go. You just let it go. Get you warm in no time. Not working on nothing right now. All I'm doing is trying to get my body warm. But I will say, even during this, I should think about making sure my hands come back to my face every time, even though I'm just trying to get warmed up. Because that needs to be a very good habit, you know? That needs to be solid in your head. You do it without thinking about it. Something I've been working on ever since I started this channel. Because, you know, I would say that's my biggest thing that I've needed to work on was making sure my hands always come back right where they're supposed to. My arm's still a little stiff today. Pull this bag back out. My arm's still stiff. Maybe I should shake them out a little bit. Bounce around. Knees. Gotta spend a few minutes sometimes getting yourself fully warm. Feel my ankle a little bit today. A little tweaky. Ankle's a little tweaky today. Just roll it out. You'll have days where you have more problems than other days. Just make sure you work on that and get it ready, warm and ready to go. All right. Just a little low light kick. I'm still warming up. Low and light. Just trying to get the body warm right now. That's all we're doing. I'll still show two different kinds of round kick though, right? One where I pick up and throw and get my pivot while I'm throwing, right? While I'm throwing, I'm pivoting around. And then of course you got the other one where you step and kick. Step and kick, so you don't have to spin, so you don't have to do this while you're kicking, right? But it's less of a telegraph. if you just pick up and throw and spin it around. But some people think you can get more power if you step. Boss Rutan thinks you can get more power if you step. Yeah, that's why he liked it, but with a step. So either way is okay. Just understand the difference. That one way has less of a telegraph than the other. If you're having trouble landing your kicks, if you're doing the step and he's blocking and countering you every time, you might want to switch to the pick up and pivot while you throw. So I think it's good to practice more than one style. Me personally. Throw some knees. Some elbows. I feel like I'm getting pretty close to being warm. I'll probably go ahead and throw my swing kicks, loosen up my hamstrings. Throw my swing kicks, loosen up. And I'll come check the chat real quick before I really get going into it. I'll see a few of you have joined in. I don't stop to check the chat during the middle of a warm-up, because then how are you going to get warm, you know? These swing kicks, to me, are the fastest way to loosen up your hamstring, right? You swing it up lightly, and it stretches it, ballistically stretches your hamstring. See, I started out real low, and now it's pretty high. Swing kicks, it's great. And just because it's going to feel good on the leg, just do a crescent kick in the air, right? To finish warming me up and loosening me up. Other side, crescent kick in the air. One side is often better than the other. It's kind of normal. All right, let me come check here. Everybody doing all right? Hey folks. Oh, good morning, Hank. How you doing? Sounds good. That's awesome. Hank on the comments there is the one that provided this microphone for me. So, yeah, but a kick gives the other person more chance to break your leg. Okay. Well, you know, I wonder if you've ever watched MMA, but I'll tell you something. It does happen, you know, but it's usually from a leg check, you know, and sometimes landing with the wrong part of the leg when you kick. You hit that leg check. Anyway, I think I'm about ready to go. Whew, all right. Not sure what I want to do first, so I'm just going to throw and see what comes out. Hands up, hands up, hands up, Chris. That's my big thing I work on, hands up, right? Because I come out here often and I'll start throwing and then I find myself like this. I'm like, hey, no, hands up. Oh, the guy talking about, well, throwing a kick, the other guy might can break your leg. It's difficult, right? That's why usually what happens from a leg check and you're breaking your own leg. Here's a kick where highly unlikely if anybody break your leg or for you to break your own. The side kick, because you're not hitting with a bone, you're hitting with the heel and pulling it back. It's one of my favorite kicks to throw. I take it back. It is my favorite kick because it's one of those kicks you can throw where you don't hurt yourself at all, because with a round kick, you know, you kicking somebody your shin, it hurts when you kick them too, right? You know, but with a side kick, you don't have that. And I know you condition your shins, right? Still not the same as a kick where you land with the heel, you know? But to land the kicks, you have to have the right opportunity or be in the right stance, you know? Taekwondo and karate land it all the time because they're kind of in a bladed stance a lot, especially Taekwondo, in a bladed stance, so they're already set up, ready for it to fire. You know, I would use it like a jab, right? To control the distance, you know? Especially if I was fighting somebody that was better with their hands than me, as soon as they got close enough to me where I could reach them with it, I would pop them to try to keep them on the outside so I could keep at a kicking battle. Of course, it would only last so long. Eventually, you do have to come in and punch with people. If he's a better hand striker than you, you might throw a few and then try to get back out to try to get in kick range again. This guy's not better with his hands than me because this guy ain't got no arms. Ha! Ha! All right, bad joke, right? I was saying yesterday when I was on live that I'm going to make a workout soon, a follow-along workout designed for more out-of-shape people that can't do my fast-paced ones. I'm going to do one that's a little bit easier, where it's going to be more like, can't throw a kick, just lift your knee up. I'm going to do something like that for the people that need it a little bit easier. But I want to keep most of my workouts at high intensity levels. That's what people want out of fitness kickboxing. You want to really come do a workout and really, really get in shape. But I still want to provide something for people that can't quite do it yet. There we go. That's one way to get out. On the inside, elbow, elbow, back fist punch and kick on the way out. Going backwards on the punch too, because that's when you're trying to get out. I'm in. Maybe you're not trying to get out. Maybe you want to be in. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe. It helps the channel out quite a bit. Makes you more likely to see my content as well, of course. You all know the oblique kick? Yeah, the oblique kick's pretty cool, because you're coming up, kicking down with your heel at their knee area. You don't want to hit on the front of the knee, right? Too solid. Kyokushin guys use the oblique kick a lot. So on that fake, you gotta make them believe. When you're gonna do a fake, you gotta make them believe you're actually gonna hit them with something first. So most of the time, I would recommend having hit them at least once or twice with the move, maybe 3 or 4 times. And then when you go for it, when you see him blocking it, that is, right? If you're thinking you're gonna fake, but he doesn't go to block, just kick him, right? And then when he finally goes to block, when you see him go to block, switch, turn it to a fake. Well, you know, think about weighting the bag down, right? The newer ones, they have a newer version that comes with a ring mat, a mat that goes in a circle around the bag with little bumpers on it that tries to hold it still. And that's about the only good way to do this, unless you build a base around it to keep it from moving. You can also fill it with sand. It'll move way less with sand. But the problem with that, if you fill it with sand instead of water, good luck ever getting it out of your house or moving it to a different room. You know, if I move one day, I want to be able to empty this and take it with me. Like at my old house, I had to empty it and take it with me. I don't think I could have done that with sand in it. It would have been way too difficult. But man, the older bags that I used to use, I see it in the corner there, that style bag, that one it got to a point where I would knock it over almost every time I kicked it for a while. So I don't know, this one seems to hold up pretty good. But I like these big ones like this. You don't gotta hang it from your ceiling. They're just there. So I like them, I think they're good bags. But yeah, they move a lot. But I like a new bag. I like one of the bags that has the bumper system so it doesn't move all the way around your room. I want one of those. So you guys help my channel get big, get me monetized. I'll probably end up using that money to get their newer bag, the Turret 2. This one's the Wavemaster XXL Centuries bag with the thing around the base to keep it from moving. It's called the Turret 2. That's the one I want. You got your switch kick, right? Switch feet kick, and you can go full on switch the stance. How most people do it, or you can shorten it up to make it faster, and then just launch. And then you could decide not to throw a switch kick, and you just pick up and kick, because you don't want to telegraph. Right? Whichever works best for your situation. You know, if you're trying to throw a switch kick, but he's avoiding it or blocking it each time, just pick up and kick. Pick up and kick. Probably can't get as much power as a switch kick because when you just pick up and kick, it's a lead leg kick. But a switch kick is almost the same as just a turning kick, right? Because you're getting yourself in that stance. That's why you're switching. So you can get power out of it like you could a turning kick. So. And guys, kicking works your core also. They say anytime your knee comes up above your belly button, your core is involved. So, great workout. It's not just your legs getting the work when you throw a kick. Let me throw the side kick a little bit better now. All right, so the way I did just throw the side kick basically was like that, where I'm looking at the target the whole time. I'm not fully committed. If you fully commit, you're gonna turn your hip all the way over. Like that. You're almost turning your back to the bag. That's where you get the most power out of it, is if you do that. So you don't even gotta put much more effort into it. Just make sure your hip turns all the way over. Boom! And you get a much better strike. You still want to look towards what you're hitting as much as you can, even when you're doing that. So I'm trying to look at it. Y'all can still see me? Yes, you can. I'm looking at it, turning all the way over. I'm still cutting my eyes back that way towards the bag. You don't want to lose sight of your opponent if you can help it. My cord from my microphone there coming out of my pocket. Let's see, what kind of kick should I throw? Didn't quite have the distancing right on that. Like this. Some of those funnier ones, you gotta do a few times to really get it down. And then you gotta stop. Because you know, you get too dizzy, you start spinning around all the time. Well, thanks, Hot Pants. It is filled with water. So I was saying, with the sand in it, it's heavier, but then you can't ever dump it out and move it. If you're having trouble with left roundhouse kick, okay. Well, I'm not sure what the issue is you're having, but your round kick, right? One way you can practice it, go grab a wall. I'll just grab a hold of my bag. And the way you can start off by practicing the technique, right? Just to get it right. The foot that's not kicking, you want the toes pointing away from where you're kicking. I'm gonna kick that way. So the feet I'm standing on are gonna point this way, or gonna point that way, because you have to have your pivot, all right? And my knee comes up and it's sideways, all right? And you extend out, pull back, sit down. That's a good practice to start learning how to throw the round kick, because that's the basic move. And then once you get that down, then you can start trying to turn your hip over into it. So you can turn all the way over into it. You see, when it's just my leg, and then when I turn over into it, it's a little bit different. I try to turn my hip all the way into it. I try to get my body weight behind it, right? Or doing a round kick on the bag, right? Oh, well, there's also another way. If you want to do it the Muay Thai way, they don't do the bending thing so much. They keep it straight and just swing it around for the most part, all right? I grew up doing Taekwondo, so I do the bendy thing like karate, right? So, because my Taekwondo is different than the Taekwondo you see today, which is pretty interesting. I guess mine was, I don't know if it's more traditional style, I don't know. But the stuff I see today, that ain't what I did. But, boom, your round kick, if you're doing a turning round kick, right? Your body's coming around. Your foot, okay, here's another thing for you too. The foot you're standing on, there's two different ways to pivot when you're doing it from the back leg. You can either pick up and pivot on the ball of your foot as you go, right? Or, if you don't want to worry about that, it's more of a telegraph that some people think they can get more power from it. If you don't want to worry about that, step first. Step, kick. Or spin on the ball of foot, kick, or step, kick. Do one of those. If you want to hit with your shin, you can also hit with the instep. That's okay too. That's the karate taekwondo way. But most people say, and I agree with them, the shin is better because the shin is the biggest, strongest bone that you can kick with there in your leg. So hitting with the shin is best. All right, do it with the other side. Oh, and the side that I'm kicking with, see, I'm not doing this and keeping the kick. You can, but usually to get the motion quite right on the leg you're kicking with, that arm will snap down and then come right back up to your head. The other arm stays by your head, but the arm on the side of the kick, you usually snap it down and pull it back up. But you got to pull it right back up because you don't want to get hit in the head. Right? Boom. So, and I have some videos on my channel as well. I have a Learn Martial Arts video where I have you drill the kicks, do the thing I was talking about, where you hold onto a wall and just practice the techniques. You know, so I have that, and it covers round kicks, side kicks, front kicks in that video. So, Now spin crescent kick that I just did there, you want to land with the heel or the blade of your foot, the heel is better. If you're choosing between heel and blade of the foot, heel is always better. Some people I've seen like to throw side kicks and hit with the blade of their foot. And I'm like, why do that when you can just land with the heel? The heel is much stronger. You're way less likely to hurt yourself than when you kick with the blade. So I don't get it. I think some people think it's because they're cutting in, hitting with a smaller fine point, but you're hitting with a small fine point when you hit with your heel because you're hitting with a small, solid point when you land with your heel. You don't want to land with the flat of your foot if you can help it. Sometimes you do an accident and the whole flat of your foot hits. That's not what you want. You want just the heel. You want just the heel to make contact. Get more of an angle, right? You want just the heel to make contact if you can. If you land with the whole flat of the foot, it spreads everything out. Way softer of a kick. It might even turn into a push, right? So you land with your heel. Boom! And that kick I hit with my foot. It's better to kick with your shin or your instep. I didn't have my distancing right and landed with my foot. You want to avoid that if you can. You want to hit with your shin. Or like I said, the instep's okay too, but the shin's better. Just little back kicks just because. You know, I've seen some people that it seems like they use side kick and back kick interchangeably to mean the same kick, but it's really different, right? A spinning side kick, that is how I know a spinning side kick, and a back kick, I'm more with my toes down, like a donkey kick, right? I like the side kick better. It's more versatile, you know? But usually on the internet, when you see people throwing side kicks, they're calling it back kicks. So I don't know if it's maybe just different styles, maybe just call it a back kick. You know, that might be what it is. In MMA, I think they probably just say back kick when somebody throws a side kick. You know, unless it's lead leg, then maybe they'll call it a side kick. But the spinning side kick, I usually only see people calling it a back kick. But you know, I was taught that's called a side kick. So, let me get my hands up even when I'm kicking, eh? Except for, of course, like I said before, you can snap down and come up just aside with a kick. The other one stays protected. What's up? All right. I'm gonna twist it out for a second. Feel a little bit of tightness in my back. I found you can usually fix that. If you get tightness in your low back, doing twists like this really helps. It like stretches it all out. And if it's cold, it warms it up. All right, I'm ready to go. All right, so do that, make sure you're protected. You know, I'm throwing uppercuts here. Uppercut on a straight up and down bag is a little bit different because I have to go into it more. When really, with an uppercut, you'd kind of be like that and you'd miss the bag. So, just throw it in the bag, I have to kind of go in a little bit. Let me see how we're doing. You new folks hit the subscribe button, right? Lots of good stuff on here. All right, right side kick for a few times. Left side kick. A little low on that one. Wasn't trying to go that low. By the way, my lives, the camera's reversed. This is my right hand. This, my regular fighting stance. This is southpaw stance. Looks different to you guys because the camera's flipped. Thought I'd point that out. Let's take a sip of water. I could use a little sip. Don't forget to stop by on Friday. I'm gonna do 1,000 kicks in the bag, so be watching out for it. And I already have a 1,000 kick video that you can follow along to that wasn't a live. It was a pre-recorded workout. That style was made for you guys to follow along. You know, like if you're doing a workout program. Any of you guys been thinking about buying a workout program? You don't have to. You can go to my video section and do them there. I even have a playlist labeled the workouts where you click on it and there's a ridiculous number of workouts on there. It's interesting to see. If you go back and look at my oldest ones, you can see how much progress I've made since I started this channel. Knocked off a lot of the rust, got better with my techniques, and got in better shape too. All right. I'm gonna kind of go easy a little bit now. Sometimes you want to slow it down and focus on what you're doing. That's when you can work on techniques. So when you slow it down, don't worry about going so fast. When you throw your push kicks, never kick with your toes. It's ball of the foot, or heel, right? If you do your heel, you really got to get your knee up into your chest, right? Ball of the foot, you don't have to bring it up quite as high because you don't need quite as much of an angle to catch the ball of your foot. All right, let's see here. Something I've been forgetting to do that I've been meaning to. So I've been trying to work out an issue with this shoulder. Just working on my external rotation a little bit, right? But you can use little bands like this and just go out to the side. But something I want to do is I'm just going to hold it and then try to hold it this wide while I raise it over my head and back down. And I'll start to feel shoulder pain, usually around here. Just a little bit today. You can probably see how off that shoulder is when I do that. But adding this in to a workout today, I think will help fix my shoulder. Or adding stuff like this in. So, but anyway, I just thought to do that real quick. All right, round kicks. Easy does it. Easy does it, round kicks. Not being too aggressive with it, I'm just throwing them out there. Trying to make sure the technique's good. Just throwing them out. Trying to make sure my hips rolled over like it's supposed to be. You know, every now and then, like I was saying, slow it down, work on your technique. You don't always have to be going 100% blasting with full speed and power. Sometimes you need to slow it down, Work on techniques, even with punches. Sometimes it's good to slow it down. See, it's way slower than it has been, ain't it? It feels like it. I'm not going too slow. I'm just not trying to go fast and hard here. It's easier to work on technique that way. All right, something I want to try. There was a time, a very long time ago, when I wanted to take my favorite kick, the Sidekick, and I wanted to be able to throw it from any stance or from any position. I'm going to work on that just a little bit. So, that's what I was just saying, buddy. So, anyway, there was a time when I was trying to get to where, from doing the Sidekick, I didn't just have to do it from a bladed stance, right position. I wanted to be able to do it from a stance where it looks like it's going to punch you. So I used to practice throwing it from these stances that aren't really set up for a Sidekick. And you don't get quite the correct full move in there, but you can still push it out there when you do stuff like this. I'm in a stance where I'm punching you, but I can still Sidekick you, just not as good as I can from a bladed stance. So, boom. Because I have to turn more. So spinning Sidekicks, when I like to use those, if somebody's trying to circle behind you, it's when I, instead of following with them, I let them circle and let them lead into it. Boom! I missed. Get your head around, look at your target. So I let them circle and let them lead into it. And then you blast them with a kick when he gets in the right position, right? So he's circling around you, and normally we would follow, you'd use your footwork, you'd follow him around. But if you're wanting to kick him, you might just let him go past you because it sets him up and puts him in position for your spin side. Still figuring out the best way to handle my microphone wires. It seems to work good in my pocket for most of the time. Because I do feel like those microphones, it's more important when I'm making a video than these lives, but I still think it helps to improve the live as well. Because it sounds better. It sounds way better with the microphone attached. Not to mention, I don't feel like I have to talk as loud. When I didn't have the microphone, I would be like I'm talking to you guys from across the room. So be like, all right, so then you got to make sure you turn around and throw your kick into it. And I'd be talking way louder because I was talking to you from across the room because it was using the audio from my camera there. So now I don't have to do that. See that there? Turning Sidekick, right? Well, instead of the traditional way, I was taught you turn around, get it up, blast it out. That's great and all. But this one came up more like it was going to be a front kick, right? And then turned over. Harder to see what it is, and maybe a little bit faster. I just go straight into the turn over, torque and go. Hit that subscribe on that channel, all right? Help me replace this bag, guys. Give me some subscribers. Let me get monetized so I can get a new bag. I've been beating and banging on this thing for such a long time that now when I hit it real hard, usually with just a kick, when I hit it real hard, I can feel the inner core of this bag, the plastic. I'm hitting the plastic a little bit, the hard plastic. It is the inner lining of this high density foam, which I'll lessen the density of it by smacking it over and over again, especially around the middle areas. That's usually where I end up feeling that plastic core. But to keep this in mind, I've had this bag for years. Okay, so it lasted a long time. I've used it more this year than any other year I've had it. Since I started this channel, I've done more bag work than I've done, I'd say, several years combined, just since I started this channel. And back in, when did I start this channel? In June, probably, give or take. I'm just guessing. Well, the channel existed, but it wasn't a martial arts channel yet. It just had some of my random stuff on it. So, martial arts channel, workout channel, whichever way you want to put it. I make workout videos, fitness, kickboxing workout videos, and I talk about martial art techniques. And I do these lives where I'm getting a workout doing martial arts in the bag and talking about martial arts. And improving my technique. Remembering when I throw these punches, don't bring your hand back here, bring it here, right? I still have to think about that sometimes. If you watch my oldest videos on here, you'll see I used to be really bad about it. And I think it's because of the way your traditional martial arts start you off teaching you how to punch. They don't teach you to punch from fighting stance like they should, right? And the Taekwondo that I did back in the day, you didn't get in the fighting stance and do stuff really in that way until you've been doing it 6 months. They taught you the kata is the block, punch, and teaching you to punch from here as a drill, when that gives you the bad habit of thinking you're supposed to punch from this direction instead of from this direction, right? So I think they should restructure that. I think all traditional martial arts that teach punches in that way need to restructure it. And when they teach somebody martial arts, when they teach somebody how to punch, put them in a fighting stance first. Even if it's just basic, just 1 foot in front of the other, right? Just tell them 1 foot in front of the other, punch from your face, return to your face. That is how they should teach you how to punch in traditional martial arts, as opposed to what they're doing now, you know? So if I was going to get to train somebody up and I chose where you're going to go train to learn different things, to try to make the most complete fighter, I would probably have somebody start off in boxing, and then from boxing move on to some kind of kickboxing or Muay Thai and do that, and then have them move on to a traditional martial art like karate or taekwondo, and then also some grappling like jiu-jitsu or pure wrestling, something like that. Judo would be great too, you know, but that's the throws to get you on the ground, because nobody's got better hands than a boxer, right? And your Muay Thai guys, nobody's got better knees and elbows than those guys. And then your karate, taekwondo guys, they're going to have the kicks that aren't normally practiced in those other arts, or aren't practiced as much, you know, like your twist kicks, you know, and your crescent kicks, inward crescent, outward crescent. So a more variety of things to do. So, but I think having a good base of boxing, boxing or kickboxing would improve your traditional martial arts, right? You'd be a lot better if you started off and learned your fundamentals from boxing or kickboxing, right? Either one would be okay to learn your fundamentals from, because I don't think that your traditional martial arts really lack on the kicks. It's the hands where they lack. So if you learn your hands from boxing first and then picked up a traditional martial art, that by itself would be a force to be reckoned with. So maybe just do that and then get some grappling if you're brand new. Been talking too much. I want to get my cardio up. Howdy, folks. Once again, hit subscribe if you are new. Help this channel get monetized. Before you know it, I'll be to replace this bag with a better version, with a newer version they got. Follow along, and you'll see my improvements, and you can make your own improvements as well to both fitness and martial arts. Whatever you're wanting to work on, I'm wanting to work on both of those things. So if that's you, this is the perfect channel for you. Or if it's just one or the other, it's a great channel for you too. You know, it's this channel's focused on workout videos, right? But fitness, kickboxing workout videos. Because I'm a martial arts guy. All right, march in place, little circle. Do a little dead hang in the pull-up bar again. That feels great on your back and your shoulders. I really feel it stretching my back today, that's good. I'm a little too out of breath at the moment to be hanging, stretching out like that. Just a little bit. All right. Let's see. How long have I been going here? Does it tell me on my screen? It does. Guys, I think I'm gonna cool it down. Call it a day. I'm gonna stretch. I'm gonna start off just hanging straight down. Tell you what, my back felt a little tight today. I felt it a few times in some of those kicks. I'm like, well, let me slow down and make sure I'm not pulling nothing. Over to the right. Don't forget to come back Friday. Keep your eyes open. I plan on doing a live Friday where I'm gonna do 1,000 kicks on the bag. That's the plan anyway. Like I said, I already have a video where I've done that, but one that's made you can follow along with. So if you want to see that, or if you want to do it, go to the video section or go to the playlist, click on the workouts, and you got it right there, easy to find, right? So it's a great workout for not just your legs, but also your core. I was thinking about doing an upper body only workout too, where I just throw punches and do a bunch of push-ups. Might do one of those soon. Not sure. One of the next ones I want to do is a easy button workout for beginners that are really out of shape. They can't quite do the regular ones yet. I want to make a workout for them too. You know, not quite ready to go full blast in my regular fitness kickboxing. Maybe I can make an easier one for those that just aren't ready yet. I think that'd be a good idea. All right, child's pose again. My favorite stretch for the back right here is child's pose. Stretches out the whole back, feels awesome. That's cobra. All right, neutral spine. Do cat, cow. So cow, and then cat, you look down and raise the middle of your spine towards the ceiling. Cat. Cow. Cat. Like you're a cat. All right. Go out into the side stretch here. Just walk it out a little until you feel it real good. And then just relax, right? You're not trying to force anything. You know, back in the day in Taekwondo school, they'll hold it for 10 seconds, but you get way more out of it if you hold it for closer to 30 seconds, I've found. If you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button and come on back to watch the other videos. You don't gotta wait on a live. Click on the videos. Do a workout. Say, this workout looks fun. I want to do this one. Say, I don't want to work out that long today. Well, click on one of the 10-minute quick fix workouts. Yeah, that's not enough. Well, there's a 22-minute workout on there too. Oh, I really want to get into it. Well, there's workouts as long as an hour on this channel. The majority of the workouts on this channel are about 30 minutes. I can tell from the way I've been doing these lives, that might change though. I might start doing more of them for an hour. You know, that 1,000 kick workout, that was an hour long because it had to be the way I had it set up. It's just how long it took to get the kicks done. So if I come back for a live on Friday, it's probably going to be at least an hour. I'm going to have to be making myself talk to the camera at a minimum if I want to get it done inside that hour. Because I usually don't like to spend more than an hour in here. Because that's plenty for a workout, but also because I got stuff to do. I got other things to do that are unrelated to this. You know, like I got to go to work. I do this stuff, I eat and get ready for work a lot of times. You know, unless it's an off day. All right. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come back around and watch some of the pre-recorded workout videos. Check out some of the future lives. I hope to see you Friday. I was planning on going live Friday to do 1,000 kicks. I can't tell you the exact time. It might be something similar to today. Can't tell you the exact time because I don't always roll up out of bed at the exact same time. You know? So I roll up out of bed and get hydrated and come in here and start. So see you guys Friday. It could be anywhere between 9 a.m. and noon. Probably not noon, probably before then. If I'm going to do 1,000 kicks, I'm probably going to want to start no later than 11, but hopefully I'll start by 10 a.m. So see you guys Friday. Maybe tomorrow. I'll probably be in here tomorrow too. All right, guys, hit that subscribe button. Keep kicking it. Come back tomorrow. I'll probably do another live tomorrow. I'm definitely planning on doing one Friday. Friday's the 1,000 kick workout. It's what I plan on doing in here. So not the same one I did for the video. I might be doing the exact same moves. I'm not sure. I just want to hit the bag 1,000 times with a kick because I think that's super beneficial if you start doing it once a week. So that's my plan. All right, guys, keep kicking it.